Hey guys, so today I wanted to focus on a controversial Maserati Ghibli gear select. So as you can see, we have the shift knob here for the Maserati Ghibli. This is a 2016 Ghibli S, and all Ghiblis come with the same shift knob, just letting you know. It's one of those things to where you either love it or you hate it. With traditional shift knobs, you know, you shift your gear and the gear select will stay in place. So for example, if I were to put it in reverse, press the button here and push it into reverse, and the position I have the gear select in would stay in that spot. Or if I put it in neutral, I pull it back and it'd stay in that spot. With this car, it's a learning experience because it's not that way. Because if I let go, it snaps back into its resting position. So it's kind of like a joystick. I kind of use that analogy for shifting with this. It's a joystick. It's flip back, and the noise you hear is the parking sensors. It flips up, it flips back, and yoink it and yank it every which way, just like a joystick when you're playing a video game, and it will always return to its resting position no matter which way you move it. So even when I put it in manual mode, which you can use this to shift, I pull it all the way back because I'm in manual here on the button that I pressed. It will automatically stay in manual mode here. So I'll pull it back and it'll snap back into place, obviously. And then you'll see that it's in manual mode here. Even though it's not, you know, in this position back here, stuck back here, it knows, since this button is pressed here for manual, that it's gonna be in manual mode. Because if I were to say, put it back into park, press that button and turn it off, I pull it all the way back, see, now it's just in drive. So it's all computer chip and memory stuff to know what drive select you're in, what gear you're in, all that kind of stuff. So you pull it back up and push it back up and it still goes to that space. So a lot of the controversy with this is that it's hard to move it and kind of get it to where you want it. So sometimes you might go a little too hard, and if I was trying to get into reverse, I just got into neutral. Or if I went a little too hard, I went into park. So it's kind of like you feel a click right there. You hear that noise? It's like a click, and you know which one you're going to as far as which gear. If I wanted to do the manual, of course, I press manual and it goes right over into manual mode. And then, you know, you shift up and down. See, I just shifted into second gear. So first gear, M1 there. Upshift is pulling back. Now I'm in M2, second gear. So it, you know, it snaps, and you know, that kind of part is fun because if you're ever shifting with this, I feel like this is the more generic way to shift. And it's a little bit, you know, less involved than if you're using the paddle shifters because you're using both hands. To like boom, 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 you know, to where this you're just up and down, you know, you don't even think twice about it, you don't even look up, you just, you know, to where this, you know, you're just, everything's up front here, you know, to where this is just kind of on the side. So I feel like it kind of makes it fun, even though it's a generic way of shifting, rather than using the paddle shifters, the click up and down where it's clunk, 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 you know, and going back up a gear and down a gear. I think it makes it a little bit more fun once it snaps back into place like that. You know, and that just might be me, but I don't use that often. But if I were to use it, I think it would be fun. I just love paddle shifters, so you know, that's what I normally go for anyways when I do shift, which is all the time because I like manual mode. So yeah, it's very controversial, and this is my second Ghibli, and I guess if you count the years total I've had both of them, it's, you know, it's about 2.5 years. It still takes getting used to, and I can say that I'm used to it, but it's still, see, I just tried to go to park there and I went to reverse. It takes some getting used to. You gotta have the right touch. See, I tried to go to drive there, I'm in neutral. You can't be too much in a hurry if you're really trying to get into a specific gear, especially neutral. That one's kind of tricky. And there might be a scenario where you want to go into neutral really quick, and it's not as easy as you want it, because you don't want to go too far up and go into reverse, you know. So it's something, it's a learning curve, and I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. Not mad at it at all, but it's different, and I can see why people hate the gear select or dislike the gear select. I've heard both things. I've heard it's a big complaint. So it's definitely one of those things. Like I said, you have to learn it. I don't know if you remember the video of my girlfriend racing my Ghibli, but in that video, before we started, she had a hard time getting it into drive. And you know, sometimes when she drives it, she has a hard time getting it into the right gear, you know, and it's kind of intimidating for first-time drivers that are trying to, like, what is this thing doing? Why is it bouncing back? And you know, so it's just like, it's different. So it caters to a specific market, and if you don't fit that market, you hate it. If you do, and you just enjoy the driving experience in general, you love it. So that is my thoughts on the gear select, why people might not really like it. You know, I'm sure you guys will be able to voice your comments below and give me a further detailed explanation on why you don't like it, as an owner of a Ghibli and as a passerby or somebody who just sees it and say, oh, that looks like, you know, garbage. You know, let me know why you guys might not like it. But if you do like it, feel free to express some positivity and let me know why you do like it and what's so different about it than, you know, a lot of gear selects and cars out there today. I'm not too sure if too many other manufacturers have, you know, gear selects like this, but this was definitely new to me. So that was my thoughts on it. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Definitely give the video a like if you guys liked me talking about this. We'll be doing an exhaust video next. Couple other things coming up too. So definitely subscribe if you want to keep up with me and see what's going on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and you enjoyed 7.5 minutes of looking at my gear select. That sounded dirty. But if you did, definitely let me know. We'll talk to you in the next one, guys. I won't hold your time anymore. We'll see you then. Peace.